This is a masterclass.
Just superb.
What a spell.
Into the crowd it goes.
A beauty.
Wonderful shot.
Wow.
What a way to get to 50.
Have a look at this for class. Leg side this time all the way.
Smashes it.
You never see better than that. What a cracker.
Glorious.
We are in New South Wales, Sydney, the capital of a wonderful sporting state. So many historic landmarks, but none more so than the historic SCG, one of the great cricketing venues of the world, for semi-final number 1 between New Zealand and Pakistan. A lot of tension as the players arrived because of the importance of this occasion. Absolutely fantastic setting. It's a beautiful evening here in Sydney, and nothing has been left to chance. Kane Williamson tossing the coin, Babar Azam calling incorrectly. New Zealand winning the toss then and deciding to bat first on the same pitch they played against Australia 2 weeks ago and were victorious. It set them up for a good tournament, and they've got to this point. Pakistan snuck in a little bit through the back door, didn't they? But now they are here. They are very dangerous. The road to the final sees us with just 4 teams remaining. New Zealand and Pakistan tonight, and down there in Adelaide tomorrow night, it's India against England. New Zealand batting first, unchanged from most of this tournament, with Allen, Conway and Williamson in the top 3, Phillips, Mitchell, Neesham and Santner, and the bowling group of Sodhi, Southey, Ferguson and Bolt. And for Pakistan, unchanged.
Yeah, unchanged, and you look at Harris where he'll bat. That'll be quite a surprise if he goes up the order, but the bowling sorts it up. Shadab and Nawaz will like this dry pitch.
Ball 1. Straight down the ground for 4. A half volley, it swung a wee bit, but it swung into the middle of the bat.
Yeah, straight away, high octane stuff. Shaheen Shah Afridi, as he does, looking for swing, looking to pitch it up. But this is gorgeous. This is power down the ground. What a start this is. First delivery, 4 runs.
Positive mindset, no nerves, no fear. Finn Allen has these amazing traits for such a youngster. Hearts can stop pounding in New Zealand. Here we go again. This time it's close. This time it's very close. A repeat here. An absolute repeat. And Shaheen Shah Afridi is going through the motions that says he's a believer.
Okay, ball is close to the bat. Can we see ultra edge when available? Thank you. Ultra edge coming up now. Keep that rolling through, please, Gav. Keep it rolling through. Keep it rolling through, please, all the way to the pad. Flat lines, it goes past the bat. There's no bat involved. Go to ball tracking when ready, please. Pitching in line, impact in line, and hitting the wickets. Murray, you can save your original decision of out. Stand by, you're on screen, signal now.
Second time round, Murray Erasmus gets it right, Shaheen Shah Afridi gets it right, and Finn Allen gets it wrong again. It was going on to hit middle and leg. He hit all around that swing. And New Zealand have been set back early. Allen goes in the first over for just 4, and it is 4 for 1.
And the way Pakistan have qualified, everybody now has a sense back home that they're going to go all the way.
In front of square for 4. Still trying to work out the pace of this pitch. Conway might have.
Yeah, this time slightly shorter from Naseem, but Conway waited a little before he played the pull shot and it's gone way in front of square. It shows that the ball's not really coming on that quickly, but he was able to just wait enough to pick the gap on the leg side.
On the charge, Conway could run away again for the second boundary of the over. It does. Haris Rauf.
Stupendous shot from Devon Conway. Plays pace well, and that was sublime, Sean Pollard.
Yeah, very good from Devon Conway. He's got an understanding about the surface. There's not enough as much bounce as we've seen at the Sydney Cricket Ground throughout this tournament. It's definitely, the ball is just squatting a bit, so trying to create an opportunity, use of the feet, first delivery, trying to put him under pressure for the rest of the over, and executes it superbly. Up and over.
That will be referred. Pakistan think they've got their man. Shadab is amongst the best.
Yeah, brilliant bit of fielding.
TV umpire to director. We have an umpire review for run out at the bowler's end. Can I have your best side on angle, please? Copy, Gavin. I'm ready with my decision for the big screen.
Yeah, you could see by the reaction, Conway, as he ran past the stumps, he hit his pad because he thought he could just be short. Brilliant bit of fielding. The ball bounced superbly for Shadab, but he still had to gather it and hit the stumps, and that he did. And this is a big moment. Conway was looking like he was getting going and starting to find his feet and timing. He goes for 21 of 20, 38 for 2.
Leading wicket taker, there's that running again. It was a good bounce for Shadab Khan. Pakistan have been excellent so far in the field.
Yeah, it was. Just have a look. So it pops into the air. Sometimes that bounces low and hits you by the ankles, but that was a waist high. He still had to pick it up and hit the stumps, and it was brilliant. Quick release. He's definitely one of the better fielders, that's for sure. And not only that, he's got rid of the left-hander, so he comes into the attack, and all of a sudden he's bowling to 2 right-handers, and his variations will probably be a bit more effective. You want your fielders to stand up and be part of the attack in a big match, and they've done that already.
Well, Simon Dool, I know that you're down boundary side. How are you seeing it from down there with this run out?
Well, the one thing you've got to do, Bish, Polly, I think if you need to preserve your wicket, you should be diving. You watch Glenn Phillips throughout this innings. If he stays there for any length of time, he will make sure that he is diving and sliding that bat from as far out as he can. That's a lovely little back cut that should run away. This outfield's been quick tonight. Pitch is a little bit dry. The outfield has dried up since we were here for the start of the tournament, that New Zealand-Australia game. It's certainly dried out a lot. We've had a couple of cracking days in and around Sydney as far as the weather is concerned. So that's brought about the slightly drier nature of the surface, but the outfield is absolutely pristine as well. But going back to it, you'll see Glenn Phillips diving, I'm sure, if he's staying for any length of time, and if there is any chance of being run out. I think if Conway dived, he's in. We have a look at the running between the wickets. If he launches himself from 2 or 3 metres out, I think he's home. He's only out in the end by what we're talking, 6, maybe 8 inches. Matthew Hayden's quite happy about the whole situation. I can see that. He's got the fist pump going on. But I just think if you really want to, if you want your wicket, if you put a price on your wicket, the dive has to be part of the game, and every batsman needs, batsperson, batswoman, batter needs to produce it.
He should have thrown it. He should have thrown it. He's thinking to himself right now, why did I hold on to that? Williamson thought Phillips was going to work the square up down to deep mid-wicket and come straight back at him. He's still short. He didn't even able to slide it. Look at Babazo in the background. What are you doing?
They're obviously saying, take us on if you like. There's a little carrot there for the New Zealand batters. Gone. Another caught and bowled, and that is a brilliant piece of bowling and a good wicket again for Pakistan, and a big blow with Phillips going.
Yeah, it's a massive wicket. Once again, Phillips looking to work it through deep mid-wicket. He gets the leading edge, the ball just holding up. And the run machine from New Zealand this tournament has to be on his way. He was pitched on about off stump, and you can see his frustration. He was waiting for as late as possible to try and get into position just to work it against the spin. Not to be. Straight back to Nawaz. And they've picked up their third of Pakistan. Phillips goes for 6, and that's a big blow. 49 for 3.
Upish into the gap. For a moment they thought they were in the game against Pakistan. New Zealand, Daryl Mitchell will benefit with a boundary.
Lots of... There we go. I was just talking about Daryl Mitchell trying to turn it on a little bit. He's come down the ground. He's met the ball on the half volley. Back over the bowler's head for a little one bounce 4.
Yeah, great batting. Great batting. Waited until the leg spinner came up into his zone. A fraction of risk, but played so nicely straight down the ground. Just holds shape. Just watch this bat swing. Doesn't come across and drag it. Try to drag it to the leg side. Beautifully executed. And nicely played. They'll push again for 2 and decide against it. So that's the over New Zealand needed. 14 runs from the 11th, 73 for 3. Whack! Bang! He must have heard. He knew it's time to get going. First 6 of the innings. The captain takes the lead.
This is a serious shot, this by Kane Williamson. Not a bad ball. Was him. Not a real bad ball, but Kane, there's been a bit of a momentum shift since the 10-over break. Kane Williamson eyeing out the first ball of the over. He wants to get a boundary early on, so now he can just knock it around to that big square boundary on the leg side. He can make this over into a 10, maybe a 12, even a 14-run over. This is the kind of start that New Zealand want to this over.
Oh, what's that hit? They like it, they're appealing. A little bit of uncertainty from behind the wicket, unmoved. Umpire Erasmus. Big decision here for the captain. There's a lot of looking around, not a lot of conversation yet. And they go. They go upstairs.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. Original decision is not out. Front foot checked, it's a fair delivery. If you can move on to front on spin vision, please. Please go. Okay, I'm just going to need to see ultra edge. See if there's any bat involved here, please. Keep that rolling through, please. Keep it rolling through. Keep it rolling through. Okay, we've got a flat line there. Keep it rolling through, please. I just want to make sure it doesn't clip the glove on the way through. Keep it going through. All the way through, please, Gav. Keep it going. Keep it going. Okay, no bat involved. We'll go to ball tracking when ready, please. Pitching outside off. Impacting line, I'm missing the wickets. Ray, you can stay your original decision is not out. You're on screen, signal now.
Well, as is protocol, you do need to check every possible mode of dismissal on these things. Don't think LB was ever really in the game, but making sure processes ticked off. And the New Zealand captain continues. Something happens all right. Beautiful footwork from Daryl Mitchell. Heaves it straight down the ground. That's a lovely blow for New Zealand. There, you could feel it. It's a 50 partnership. Dale Steyn. He just throws the weight back on the bowler.
Exactly what New Zealand wanted. It was hit or miss. Daryl Mitchell went for it. He got more than enough. That's sailed over the ropes for 6. 50-run partnership comes off 35 balls. Compliments to a couple boundaries in the last 2 or 3 overs.
And a dot ball to finish. So another productive over. 10 off it. 99 for 3 after 14, New Zealand. So around the wicket now. Afridi follows the New Zealand captain, but he's too good. He's too quick. He watches it like a hawk. And he brings up the 100 for New Zealand. A little fist pump from his batting partner. They're starting to build, with every delivery, that belief.
I love this by Kane Williamson. He stood still. Shine Shah Afridi decided to come over the wicket, or around the wicket, I should say. Target the legs of Kane Williamson. He stood still. Maybe just moved a little bit, but found that gap that's on the leg side. Fine leg is up. 2 dot balls, and you can see that big gap there between deep square and where fine leg is up. acres of space out there for runs.
Hit firmly, so should just be a single. The first semi-final into the knockout stage of this tournament.
Well, Gent, you also just touched on the reverse. I was out there with Sean Pollock doing the pitch report. Very dry surface. So, yeah, I concur with this bowling change, bringing back Afridi. And, you know, you're trying to shut these sort of shots down, aren't you? Get it in the block hole. Try and stop Mitchell and co doing this. And Afridi is a very good exponent of it, getting it full. Oh, didn't get his Yorker. I think about 2, and it's not there. So another overdone and dusted. We've had 15. It's 106 for 3.
Big one from Shaheen Shah Afridi. 4 wickets in the last game, and he's showing a return to some duly of his best form. Maybe not quite a Yorker, but lights are on.
Slower ball though, Ian Bishop. It was a slower ball. It was a brilliant one. I don't think he saw Williamson moving, but you watch the fingers roll across the ball. Williamson's threw the shot way too early, deceived by a brilliant Shaheen Shah Afridi, who has been in amongst the wickets after going for the first 2 games. He went wicketless. He's now picked up 10 since those first 2. He's been brilliant, and he's dismissed Williamson for 46. 117 for 4. 18 and 20, one would imagine. Slower ball starts with over the top of extra cover, and Mitchell picks up a boundary.
Yeah, just with all that muscle, he just managed to hit it over extra. No pace on the ball, so it was just about him with the power that he got it over. And they've built it up that they can get to 150, they can get to maybe 155, but things need to go their way. Like the little flick leg side, that'll run away to the fence.
Yeah, only Finn Allen has a better strike rate than Jimmy Neesham. From New Zealand's point of view, 162 he strikes at in his career. So he's a key figure at the back end of the innings. Another off-pace delivery, but it's just sliding a touch. Three men on the leg side boundary, one behind square, one at mid-wicket, one at long on. A good off-cutter at pace this time from Harris Ruff.
Yeah, he's got really good with that slow one, with that off-cutter. I was just mentioning earlier as well. Got it for that fantastic 6 by Kohli, and he's just gone off it through this tournament. He's now returned to it because maybe the surface demands it, but he bowled it so well, and I was quite surprised that he hadn't used it more throughout the tournament.
Well, full toss this time. I don't think it's a no ball. And half century for Daryl Mitchell, his 3rd 50 in T20 international cricket, and his 2nd one in an ICC Men's T20 World Cup semi-final. Family are happy, but he's got another over to make it a little bit more. 144 for 4. It's a very fine half century for Daryl Mitchell. Had a good strike rate as well. Right, last over. Nassim gets a Yorker right again. Will they push for 2? They will. Mitchell comes back comfortably. 50 for Daryl Mitchell. It's been an important one for him. Ian Bishop is still sidelined for us. And Ian Bishop, which camp are you sort of favouring, I guess, at the moment? I know we don't like to predict too much, but 150, let's say 155. What sort of chase is that from a Pakistan point of view?
Dooley, give me a second to come back to you. Yeah, good change of pace. And they get through for a back. Dooley, you know how I hate predictions, because if we as former players could predict so much of this, we'd not be here. We'd be on a yacht sailing in the Mediterranean with Bill Gates and company. But I think Pakistan, generally, Bazit can testify to this, if they are chasing anything under that 160 in sort of these kind of subcontinental conditions almost, they fancy themselves.
Yeah, Bish, so you predicted that Pakistan are going to win. We'll take that.
No. Don't get ahead of yourself, Bazit. I'm just saying what ifs now. New Zealand, though, with their spinners. So I'm sitting on the fence, literally down here. Simon, don't put me on the spot like that, please.
No. And speaking of fancying themselves, Bazit has got a smile on his face beside me. Swung this time out towards the man at mid-wicket. It won't carry. In the end, Shan Masood decides to not even bother. He thinks that one is just as good as maybe trying to go for it and costing more.
I wonder if he saw that at all, because I was looking at a good angle from here and I was watching the trajectory of the ball and he never moved in a touch. I don't think he picked it up very much at all, and Nazim Shah wants to know why, Simon. I just think he never saw it.
The light towel maybe, Bish?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. Oh, brilliant. Another good Yorker. It's outside the line of leg stump, though.
Yeah, it's been brilliant from Nazim Shah. Again, he's been, throughout this tournament, able to change the pace and work with that so beautifully. And because of that change of pace, the Yorker then with pace on becomes more effective as well. That is quick and thudding into the pads.
To 72 in Abu Dhabi against England last year was exceptional. Got New Zealand through to that final against Australia. 2 balls to go. High, this one won't carry either. They should get 2. And 2 it is. So New Zealand breached the 150 mark.
Yeah, again, the back of the hand slow one that's worked so beautifully throughout the tournament. Pakistan right now, anything that doesn't go to the fence is a victory. And that is, as Ian Bish mentioned, subcontinent-like.
Yeah, you've still got to bowl to the conditions, and I think Pakistan have been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant tonight so far. There's that gap at deep and mid-wicket. 55 metres. Last ball. Mitchell on strike. Can't get it away. And Mohammad Rizwan says that will be enough. We are quite happy chasing 153. And I think that is a wonderful performance from the Pakistan bowlers. New Zealand wanted to bat first. Kane Williamson had no hesitation. And to a man, this Pakistan bowling attack have been exceptional. They've restricted to New Zealand to 152 for 4 at the end of their 20 overs.
Yeah, they've come to the party yet again, conditions which suited them in terms of being quite dry. They worked with reverse swing, but the fielding throughout those 20 overs, that came to the fore, and they were up to it. This man yet again leading from the front, and Pakistan will be very happy with the result they've had after 20 overs, and they'll be pretty confident in chasing this total down. It's right up there in their comfort zone.
Yeah, outstanding. I thought the fielding was exceptional. They were on from a very, very early stage in the innings. Right from the time Shadab Khan dived across to his left at mid-on and saved a boundary very early on in the piece, then he pulled off a run out. The catching and everything, very good. So New Zealand, they lost Finn Allen early. Conway and Williamson put together a partnership of 34. And then Phillips was out, caught and bowled by Nawaz. And the partnership between Mitchell and Williamson, the key one of the innings. And New Zealand finished with 152 for 4.
Yeah, the bowler's exceptional yet again. Nawaz with 1 wicket off 12, but Shah Afridi again 2 for 24, the leader of the attack. And we think he's dead down with Smithy.
Well, Devon, 152 for 4. What are your reactions to that total first up?
Yeah, I think it's not a bad total for us. You know, the way we went in that power play, we thought maybe we were going to be a little bit under par, but, you know, credit to Daryl, the way he went about it and got us to a competitive total.
You batted at the early stage of the innings, the pace of the ball when it's new?
Yeah, it sort of skidded on, slightly not as much bounce as expected. But yeah, I thought they bowled pretty well up in that power play and restricted us, and that's pretty much what we felt in the power play.
And then towards the end, obviously, the influence of slower deliveries?
Yeah, the boys saying it was sort of gripping a little bit, the slower ball, so we're going to try and use that to our advantage in the second innings.
Well, you've done this before, you've got them on the board, they're going to go get them.
Yeah, you know, I think we've got good bowling to come, and we've just got to put them under pressure from ball one.
Yeah, save a few in the field as well.
Yeah, certainly, we're looking forward to it.
Okay, outstanding, well done, thank you, cheers.
Thank you, Ian Smith. Devon Conway, his night tonight. 38 for 2 in the power play. 68 for 1, 46 for 1. So it wasn't about losing wickets from New Zealand's point of view, but they could not find that many boundaries courtesy of a brilliant bowling performance from Pakistan. So a spot in the final up for grabs of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Who'll make it through? Pakistan, to get there, need 153 runs from their 20 overs.
Genuine semi-final atmosphere starting to build, and this time it's close.
Bang, he must have heard. From Daryl Mitchell, heaves it straight down the ground. That's a lovely blow for New Zealand.
Half century for Daryl Mitchell.
Yes, it's semi-final action of the ICC T20 Men's World Cup. New Zealand up against Pakistan from the Sydney Cricket Ground. New Zealand, last year's runners-up, putting on 152. 153 runs needed by Pakistan to get over New Zealand to find their way through to the final on Sunday at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. However, over the last week or so, a little bit more sun out. The wickets are a little bit flatter. Can Rizwan and Babar Azam get them kick-started? Oh, sounds nice, looks nice. That's the way to start a run chase.
Sounded so good off that willow. Bolt ended up on the floor. He wanted to go into the surface early, and it was cost him 4. Talk about setting the tone. From a bowling perspective, you want to, and from a batting, this is what you want. Both these players have such great reputations in the last 12 or so months, opening together, but not of late.
More stump to stump there for Trent Boult. They're looking for the second. A little fumble there by Guptill, who's the sub-fielder at the moment.
I think he's got the wrong spikes on now. He's looking down at the ground. Of course, it does get that little bit chilly in, so maybe not dew, but certainly the coolness of the night will make it a little greasy. But Boult and Southee, go-to men, they have to set the tone. They have to make inroads for New Zealand to be competitive at defending 152.
takes it on and gets there comfortably. They were brilliant in the field with the ball, and you almost sense as if they want to bring that now into their running between the wickets. Saw that a few times, didn't we? Twice. He's made a comeback in this tournament. Crowd right behind each and every player in green. And the run out, and it's ramping up here at the SCG. Edged and down. Conway can't grasp it. Bolt, as he always does, creates opportunities in the power play. Oh, that's nice, really nice. No matter who you're cheering for, you'll be nodding along with the skill set shown there.
Well, just trying to blow out that rustiness smell. It's a bit of width on offer. It slides on. This is a classic Bubba. Head down and beautiful balance that has been missing so much in this T20 World Cup.
Change of pace and the wrist work was superb. Waiting, there it is. And there's the boundary.
How does he respond? How does he close it out? Whack, there you go, another boundary. So some real momentum. The Pakistan flags are waving. They're starting to believe the dream is well and truly alive. 24 for none after 3.
That's a lovely shot. Shots flowing, runs flowing at the SCG. All off the blade of Rizwan, and in this case, Bubba Azhar.
This opening salvo from these two in green, just what they wanted. Slightly over-pitched, holds the pose. It's like he's been at the nets again from yesterday with Matty Hayden.
Oh yeah, just set himself, let his hands do the talking. Listen to the crowd.
Well, most keepers, they've got fast hands. Just got his length, and Ahmed Rizwan says, I like that length, Tim Southee. I'm going to have a major chunk of it. Oh yeah.
Got the width he wanted. Goes tighter, but sets himself up once again. Same result. Back-to-back boundaries.
Crowd says it all. Fist pumping, flags waving. Really is time to amp things up, says Mohamed Rizwan. 4.2 overs gone, and all of a sudden he says it's time to flick the switch here.
Yeah, nicely picked up once again. Is there an area of the ground that they haven't hit to date?
Yeah, this is this momentum. This is the green machine when they come from nowhere and suddenly they're given a sniff. They really are. Well, they were in the field like a pack of hyenas. They believed. Now, Bubba's starting to get into a groove here.
Fielders going everywhere as well. Deep backward point comes up inside the inner circle. Deep mid-wicket in play.
A wicket changes everything here. Here it goes. Is this the wicket? No. Down towards fine leg, a very fine leg, and another boundary, and that's been the difference. The boundaries have come way too often in this first 6 overs for New Zealand's liking. When they batted themselves, they struggled with long periods of time before they could hit the rope or get it anywhere near hitting it over it. Pakistan have absolutely creamed the start. They really have. So he's got to exert pressure within the circle. But that is not pressure. That's a free hit. And everyone they're getting, Pakistan, they're cashing in on. And the look on Kane Williamson's face, I won't say it's a little bit resolved yet, but he's running out of options, quick, smart.
Rizwan quickly onto this. Sorry, Baba quickly onto that. Little drag down by Santner. He doesn't bowl a lot of loose deliveries. This is close.
Okay, it's very close to the inside edge. Can we just check ultra edge, please? Keep that rolling through, please. Keep it rolling through. Keep it rolling through. We have a flat line. No bat involved. We'll go to ball tracking when ready, please. Pitching in line, impacting line, and missing the wickets. Murray, you can stay with your original decision of not out. Your on-screen signal now.
Oh, no.
Little stumble. Babar Azam would have been short of his ground by some distance.
This is exactly what New Zealand are looking for. Just some brilliance in the field. A good catch from somebody, a little bit of confusion between the two batters.
Oh, no.
The last thing Pakistan needed was a run out. This partnership has been going beautifully. Trent Bolt.
The batters are backing it up. And it continues with another boundary.
Great scene from Pakistan here at the Sydney Cricket Ground, and none the least their captain, the man that's been under pressure, so much expectation when you set lofty standards like Babar Azam. He's been restricted so well, whether it's by opponents or maybe even inside his own mind, which can easily happen in cricket at the top level. So much is played out in between the ears, but he's finding a way here. He's just a couple away from what would be a magnificent half-century.
Swings that high, down towards long on, hasn't got enough of it. Daryl Mitchell takes the catch. New Zealand make the breakthrough. Much needed, but Pakistan still in control, you would think.
Well, the door opens for New Zealand. Takes on a longish boundary straight, just didn't get it cleanly, and really nicely taken catch, secure. There, we're in it. There's a sniff. Bolt, he's skillful enough. He can do a job for his captain. So often he does. Daryl Mitchell was brilliant with the bat, and he's now chipped in the field. The captain goes. Pakistan lose their first. 105 on the board. Daryl Mitchell. There you go. Straight into his work. As easy as you please. It's not another six, but it's another boundary. 13th, 4 of the innings in the 13th over. 109 for 1.
Another one down. Just has not been the night for New Zealand. It was tramping. This could be another catch. It is a catch. Phillips takes it. Is there an opportunity now? There's a run out at the other end as well. It's a double play. Take your pick. Take your pick. New Zealand will believe there's still a sniff here.
Yeah, so they were thinking that might be a no ball, so let's have a look here. We have to look at the no ball for height. Is it or is it not? Is it the catch or is it the run out?
Well, umpires are looking here at the height of the delivery, and that may well be above the waist as well. It's a line ball. It's down the pitch a wee bit, but it's still, when he makes contact, it's around about waist height. All sorts of confusion out there. Players are still milling around. news for Pakistan. They've lost their second wicket. Height, the catch from Phillips is good, and then the alertness from New Zealand to say, well, if it's above that, we'll try for the run out. But in the end, it was deemed to be a fair delivery. So Mohammad Rizwan makes his way back for a really well played 57 from 43. He set Pakistan up for glory here at 132 for 2. Well, Pakistan need 21 from 18. There was life when New Zealand got in a little group there. Finally got the decision they wanted. It is Lockie Ferguson to bowl over number 18. And they get another new player out there. Some panic amongst Pakistan. Fumble from Conway and a really sharp single taken a bye.
Yeah, the full toss on off stump doing for Rizwan and went straight to the man. Glenn Phillips with a good catch, but then after that confusion, the throw in, the run out, making sure that everything's in place.
Lovely shot. That is outstanding. It was not a bad ball from Lockie Ferguson. That is all about class.
Yeah, the wrists come into play, and that's the boundary that Pakistan was so searching for. Gives itself room, just hits it through the offside. It's almost the perfect Yorker, but it's the skill, the class of the man being able to maneuver it through the offside. Pakistan now in touching distance.
Well, he wasn't playing in this tournament to begin with. He's a revelation, this boy. Again! That's massive! That's 30 rows back, Mel Jones.
The word that comes to mind is audacious. First and foremost, the hands for the boundary through the offside, and then he just sits back and says, come on, what have you got, Lockie Ferguson? You got pace, I can handle that. You want to put it around my chin, I can handle that. This is something special to watch. The start of his career, he is making a name for himself right here at the SCG.
Well, that is some shot. It really was. Those two shots back to back, reminiscent for me of Virat Kohli at the MCG against Pakistan. Back to back, class. Through the offside square for a single. It's hard to believe Mohammad Haris was not in the mix early on. 145 for 2. To go. 12 deliveries. Pakistan need just 8 runs. They have paced this magnificently. Kane Williamson will try and slow proceedings down, just stretch it out, hoping for a run of mistakes, but they're not coming at this rate.
I can confirm, Smitty, they're slightly noisier now.
Well, I just wonder how many of them are going to the travel agent tomorrow morning or getting online for a little trip down to Melbourne.
What can Santner do? The last roll of the dice here for Kane Williamson. He's going to take pace off it completely. And says, over to you, Mohammad Haris. What have you got for us?
Good catch. No, down. I thought he'd pulled it in, Sodhi. Was that another one down? New Zealand have not been good in that department tonight, right from the very first over. Sodhi looks at it. Well, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. May have had an opportunity to get his right hand under it. Yeah, head scratcher.
They're slipping out of their grasp now, New Zealand's grasp. Pakistan have just outskilled them. So the 7 needed, left-hander now on strike. Shan Masood will maybe find it easier to face left-arm spin. Satna is slowing it up, really tossing it up. And that's been the go-to delivery, and he's been successful at it. But now it's Shan Masood who has the leg side to bunt the ball in.
Six from 9. It's been a good campaign from New Zealand's point of view, but they will admit they've saved their worst till last in terms of this overall performance. Won the toss, batted first, did what they wanted to do, just didn't do it well enough. And a number of those blokes are the reason why. Those bowlers did a great job.
Pakistan wouldn't have minded chasing. They like chasing. They're almost forced to think about batting first with the nature of the pitch. So the loss of the toss just maybe worked in their favor as well, because they're more comfortable as a chasing side.
Oh, it's beaten everybody. It turned appreciably. It's beaten Conway. They'll get at least 3 with Sodhi in pursuit. And they are byes. Not a happy night for Devon Conway all round.
Yeah, even with that turn off the track, ball coming back, it turns, it misses leg stump by a whisker. Point doesn't collect in Pakistan now, just to hit away.
2 from 7. Green machine, they've got it done tonight. And down there in Adelaide, India and England will be watching very carefully about a side that was gone for all money and are now an even chance of getting the money. Out. Finn Allen takes the catch. A little bit of something at the very end.
The idea was right, trying to just hit this over fine leg and get it done with the top edge. Not enough power in the shot, goes straight to the man, but it's another impressive innings. Disappointed that he hadn't finished the game off with Haris, but what an innings he's played yet again. An impressive World Cup for him. 30 of 26, Pakistan 2 away, 151 for 3.
A new hero, he'll be a factor. He'll be someone that they're doing a lot of homework on, England and India, as they look towards a possible final for themselves, but desperately disappointed he couldn't put the finishing touches to it, but he is dangerous and he can float in the order. So 6 deliveries to go. Pakistan need just 2 runs. Iftikhar Ahmed, with all his experience as the new player. From Saudi to bowl the last over for New Zealand. Bring them in, don't you? Got to bring them in and say, hit it through us or over us.
They might come to you post-match as well to get the line.
So what does Kane Williamson work here with Tim Southee. 4 inside the circle on the offside, 2 on the onside. They've still got 1, 2, 3 men back, 2 on the onside, 1 on the offside. So Shan Masood on strike. Southee. That's a wide. The scores are tied.
Yeah, 1 to win now. It's got to get the field in. Pakistan now just almost ready to erupt, ready to celebrate. Everybody in. Everybody in for the keys, but everybody just getting ready to rush on or celebrate.
Can't quite believe it, some of those players, that they're in this position, but they are, and here it is. Down the ground. And that is it. Shan Masood hits the winning runs, and Pakistan are absolutely ecstatic in the dugout. And why not? The first time in 13 years they have reached a World Cup final, and they have done it in style.
They needed luck to get to this semi-final, but no luck tonight. It was all skill, all class for Pakistan. Started off with the bowlers, and then just a polishing from Harris. The openers did the business, and it's been a performance of note where Pakistan have bulldozed through to New Zealand and made it count. South Africa, Netherlands all played their part in Pakistan coming into this position, but now they're the team that needs stopping it into the finals, and it'll take something special to stop them.
Pretty disconsolate looking New Zealand side as they make their way down in single file to shake hands with their adversaries. And still the celebrations continue in the dugout, and they will continue around Australia with the Pakistan fans who now know they can get to Melbourne and make it a really special occasion. They've won a World Cup in Melbourne before. It's been a lucky ground for them in 1992 for Imran Khan and his team, and now they're heading back there. The winning runs from Shan Masood, beautifully paced run chase, and Babar Azam has real reason to celebrate because his form is back as well. Jones, who is about 5 metres away from the Pakistan dugout. Real belief now from Pakistan that they can win this World Cup. They've done all they can, and now they have made the big dance. Outplayed New Zealand, outthought New Zealand. The captain's had a terrific day. He lost the toss, but has lost very little else. In fact, he's found quite a lot.
A 4th win in a row in this tournament, and it's the Babar Rizwan partnership yet again coming to the fore. 57 for Rizwan, 53 for Babar. He's back in form, and Haris just providing that impetus in the innings. The chase was superb. It never looked in doubt after that first little blemish where Babar got dropped, but it has been all Pakistan with the bat following the bowling performance.
Well, they played without fear, and you've got to have that element within your top order if you're to do well in T20 cricket. You've got to be prepared to get out, to get in. 2 for 33 for Bolt. He had a catch dropped in his first over. That was Babar Azam. Who knows what difference that might have made. Early pressure on Pakistan. Southee none for 24. Ferguson none for 37. Santner and Sodhi have both had very good World Cups with the spin taking the pace off the ball. They've been New Zealand's effective bowlers when it's really mattered, but not effective enough tonight. New Zealand 152 for 4 batting first after winning the toss. Pakistan 153 for 3, and they win this match in the last over, but they were always on track. They won it by 7 wickets. And the lap of honour, the famed lap of honour, to thank the fans that have come in their numbers, and they certainly have. The road to the final sees Pakistan there. It sees them firmly in place. They'll hop on a plane to Melbourne tomorrow and begin their preparations. So Pakistan are through. Who will it be, England or India? Just be nodding off for some of those players down there in Adelaide, and they now know at least, if they win, who the opposition is going to be.